So I think number one is the people. I think that's where you start. You always start with who's going to be on your team when you're planning an event. Sometimes you have to do it by yourself, I guess. See that, but I think there's always opportunities to bring people on board, whether it's a volunteer, whether it's a student. There's all these opportunities to bring people in and let them participate, because the reality is, if we're honest with ourselves, we're not all good at everything. And so when we're doing an event, whether large or small, maybe I'm really good at budgeting, but I'm not very good at detail organization, or maybe I'm really good at the relational side of things, but I'm not so good at focusing on when we're supposed to be and keeping the schedule running. And so I think you start with surrounding yourself with people that aren't exactly like you, but have the strengths in areas where you have weaknesses.
You have to start early in order to make an event successful. If you wait, it's shown. I mean, it's shown for what it is. If you put a half-hearted effort into it, it's gonna come out in the end. The details have to start way early. You have to think through every single aspect of that. I'm personally a planner and a detail person by nature, and so it frustrates me not to know all the details. And then when you're trying to give parents the information or students the information, an interesting thing about our culture is we have more students who are anxiety ridden, if you will, and the more that you can give them the details, the less the anxiety shows up, or the less the conflict with schedules show up. And so you really have to start way in advance. In our local setting, in my office, and for our planning with our youth leaders, we have a 2-year calendar. And believe it or not, 18 months out, we're planning events and thinking through those based upon the events that so if we know camp is a certain time of the year, we're planning for next year also to make sure that we don't miss any details, so that if something spontaneous or something last minute comes up, we have enough things prepared so that it's not a huge deal and doesn't create a lot of chaos.